evacuated from their homes.
There are acres of what should be cornfields that are just covered in water. It looks like just a massive lake. There are also homes here that are surrounded by water.
In Iowa, it's estimated a third of the Hawkeye state needs federal help after the Winnebago River swelled to 17 feet, a new record.
Here in Mason City, Iowa, the Winnebago River crested 3 feet above its previous record, evacuating hundreds, leaving 30,000 people without water and closing all the city's businesses. Iowa's governor has now declared more than a third of the state a disaster.
Throughout parts of the Midwest, rivers and creeks crested at all-time highs.
The rainfall in the Midwest really had nowhere to go. It was being blocked, and so we kept seeing the rainfall occur over the same spots time and time again.
Well, the other house is going in. The other house is going in right now.
Back in Wisconsin, the governor is seeking emergency aid, declaring 29 counties disaster areas.
We're, I think, all still sort of reeling now as the water subsides and we really get an assessment of what the full scope of the damage is. We've got a lot of cleaning up to do.
The stormy weather in the Midwest created extreme heat on the East Coast and parts of the South, setting new records over the weekend from South Carolina to New York. Today, temperatures in the high 90s forced some schools in Pennsylvania and New Jersey to close early.
Too hot? I like it when it's cool.
But the heat wave is expected to last at least one more day. And Brian, it's an early start to the hot season. The official beginning of summer is still 11 days away.
Rahima Ellis starting us off here in New York tonight. Rahima, thanks. And now to this health warning that was in the news today about certain types of raw tomatoes and the risk of salmonella. And some of the biggest names in the restaurant and grocery business are apparently taking this warning very seriously. We get this story tonight from our chief medical editor, Dr. Nancy Snyder.
No one is really sure where the contaminated tomatoes have come from, a single grower or a specific geographic area. So today, the FDA announced that because this salmonella outbreak has not been contained, red Roma, red plum, and red brown tomatoes should not be eaten raw.
We're tracing back from the premises what the common denominator was, namely the tomatoes, and where they may have then been grown.
Several fast food restaurants, including McDonald's, have posted signs that they are pulling raw tomatoes from their sandwiches and salads. Grocery stores spent today removing tomatoes from their produce aisles. Salmonella bacteria had caused outbreaks from Connecticut to California, affecting more than 145 people and causing 20 people to be hospitalized. Tonight, the tour is a cautious one, especially as so many Americans look forward to tomato season.
And again, the three types of tomatoes are red plum, red Roma, and red brown tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes and the tomatoes on the vine, they're just fine. And obviously, for more information, Brian, people can turn to msnbc.com/90.
All right. Nancy, thanks. This one came out of nowhere today. Now to the historically high gas prices that have affected just about every aspect of American life these days. AAA is telling us the national average for unleaded is now just over $4 a gallon. That's a new record. NBC's Tom Costello has more on how it's all